We want the path to be exalted and ecstatic. We want a sweet journey to enlightenment and a relaxed kind of passage to the joy of equanimity and peace. But often what we discover is great suffering, almost the pit of hell, and the torture of old emotions trying to struggle, make their way to the surface for healing, and the darkness of the shadow of old emotions and just the nature of raw existence, uncovered, unfettered. What we discover is that it hurts before it heals, and there's no choice. And there are many who just don't want to go there, and maybe they don't have to go there, so they can find teachers or, guides, or they just turn away and don't go to the grit and to the dark. But, to me, an enlightenment or an awakening or a realization, let's just say, that isn't integrated into the full horror of the shadow, that doesn't embrace the darkness, that doesn't become a truly lived experience, that doesn't touch relationship in its essence, that doesn't humble itself before life, is just a philosophy of use in a kind of armchair way. The evening conversations and soirees where we discuss our views on the world. That's not what is spoken of here, and that's not what this work is all about. The work that I do with Emoda and all that I speak to in my poetry and all that I've become myself, I've only ever seen the value of an integrated realization, one that touches the blood and guts of us, one that touches the bare bones of us, one that makes its way into every relationship, not just the convenient ones, not just sitting pontificating to people about the wonders of realization, but actually where it really meets the road of life, where it meets the grit and the grace. Hey, Peyote, come on, man. And that's where it is, but that means we have to get down on our knees, bear the unbearable, meet the suffering, really dig in, get into the existential void of us, get into the heart and soul of ourselves, attend to what needs to be attended to, whether that's body and emotion, mind, tortured by mind's beliefs, built on the edifice of all that's been denied, all that's been gathered up, everything that's been turned away from. There's a great freedom in that. It might not be the freedom of the imagination, but it's true. It's real. That's all I've ever been interested in. The true way. The way that's just natural. It's not even spirituality that I care about. It's deeper than that. It's more essential than that. It's how can we meet life as it is and as we are, without turning away, without denying anything. It's so real. It's so raw. And you do have to go on a journey to do that, because we've become false and fake And we wear masks of convenience, and we wear armour to protect ourselves against the imagination, whether sometimes that's real or sometimes it's not. We wear this armour and we wear protective kind of walls around our hearts and around all that's vulnerable. And I speak about vulnerability a lot. And I speak about innocence a lot. These are the things that I'm interested in. But of course, if realization comes for some in a way that is sweet and tender and easy and effortless and relaxed, then so be it. This is a good thing also. There is no one way, and what works for one person won't work for another. But I know many who've had troubled lives, troubled past, and all of that has to be welcomed as well. It's the human way. It's the way of embracing our humanity again and again and again. Not the facsimile, not the falseness of a spiritual teaching that pontificates about life, but actually one that gets down into the nitty-gritty, that still talks about awareness and consciousness, and all of these things are still the same, and yet there's just a great humanity in it, a humanity that embraces the shadow and doesn't turn away from it, for it knows that it will rear up and bite. Whatever is denied rears up and bites eventually. That's why we have to face it. Bless you.